Hi troops. So welcome to the Slay Your Crochet braided puff tutorial this month. This sort of works up side to side. I like it this way. It looks like plaits. It's gorgeous, and actually it's really easy. I am using this as this is going to be a new design. You see my ends aren't done, but this is going to be a new design. So I will be looking for testers in the next couple of weeks to test throughout February to have ready for mid-March. So if you want to test, let me know. Bung some info into my DMs, because you will need other bits and bobs which I will send you to do. But this is the new Yarn Smith's Pebble Haze. Isn't it beautiful? I'm going to put that in the description below. I am using one of their solids to show you this stitch today, but this is one of their variegated and it's beautiful. This is also their solid in cream. But yes, it's beautiful. It's also so soft, and it's a chain net, so which I think just means like these are not woven together. Can you see they're like chained together so they don't split? I find it's not very splitty, which is quite nice. So this is one of their solids. This is coming up really blue on here. It's really greeny in real life. This is 2C140. Oh, catchy. I'll put the actual name of it below. They've got a solid called Wolfenite, which is like an orange, which I am literally in love with. So you know what, I'm going to move this over a little bit because I think we're a little bit in the dark. Hold fire. There we go. Better? It feels a bit better. So let's get going. So for this, you just, ooh, blurry. You just need to do, it's a repeat of 2. So you can make your width as much as you want, as long as it's a repeat of 2. Okay, so I'm just going to chain 24 to show you. Do you like how specific I was then? So, but yeah, any chain of 2. I think the bag that I'm working on, oh, I said the bag, I said what it was nearly 100 chains, but hey ho. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 even, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Right, so once you've got your length of however many, look how gorgeous this is, of however many, you're going to put your hook in your 4th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th chain from your hook, and you're going to do a treble in their UK terms. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to puff in the gap here between the chain 3 and the treble. So we're going to do a puff which is 6. If you've not done a puff before, I'm going to show you once slowly. Okay, so to do a puff, I do 6 loops on my puff. If you are using a 4-ply, you might want to do an 8. If you're using a chunky, you may want to do less. You may want to do just 4 or 5. It's all up to you. So you do a loop like you're going to do a treble. Pop it through the gap. So we're going between the treble and the chain 3. Grab a piece, pull it on, give yourself a bit of a loop. So that's 1. Do it again. Grab another piece, that's 2. Grab another piece, 3, around, through the gap. Grab another piece, that's 4. Another piece, through the ring, piece, 5. Last one, 6. Now can you see I'm doing like a pull motion here? That is so that I give myself some room, because in a minute we're going to grab this and we're going to go through all of these. Make sure that hook is down, pointing your fingers, so you get a nice clean slide through. You're going to chain 1 to close your stitch. There's your nice little puff. Look how cute he is. And then you're going to count on 2 stitches. So 1, and your hook's going to go in the next stitch. You're going to skip a chain, and you're going to put your treble into that stitch. And then here you've got your gap again, and you're going to do exactly the same with the puff stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you give yourself a bit of a pull. These gaps will look a little bit big, but because it's braided, how it's going to sit, it will close those gaps. So don't worry about it looking really gappy. All right, because it will twist and clear those. Close those up. All right, because it's going to sit twisted. It's not going to sit straight. It's going to sit at a twist when the next one comes in, the next row. So never fear. 1, 2, that one there. Put your chain, put your treble in. Treble, treble, treble. And then you're going to do your puff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grab a piece. Make sure that hook's facing right down. Pull all the way through. Do a little chain to close. See how we're going? Don't worry, these are going to sit in those gaps. It made me feel really uncomfortable. This first row always makes me go ugh, because it looks like it's going to be really far away, but actually once you get going it will pull them. If you're worried about it, I would just make sure that first chain is nice and tight. So we're going to skip that one, we're going into that one. You can also make your treble here a little bit tighter if you like, but the gap is going to come from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into that space between. Pull all the way through, little chain to close, and do the same again. Skip that one into the next one with your treble. And then the next row, guys, from here, it's really nice and mindless because you just got to find the gaps. So we're going into this gap here, doing our puff again. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Making sure. Because you can see how it's curling now. It's going to sit like that. So all these are going to sit in that gap. 1, 2, the next one. So skip one into the next one. I've never worked with chainette yarn before, and I'm actually mildly surprised at how much I like it. Four, 5, 6. I will say, however, frogging out my design that I've been working on has been a bit tricky because the fuzziness of it all, and I promise you that was the chair and not me making that noise. So skip one into the next. This is a very hungry stitch. It takes a lot of yarn. So if, like me, you've got variegated yarns that you don't know what to do with, can I please offer this as a suggestion? I find variegated yarn really hard to work out what to do with it. And yeah, using it in something like this has been utterly gorgeous. Now, I'm really pleased with this. I will link the shade for this. Again, it's just a number shade, which of course I can't remember what it is. 1 into the next one with your treble. This first row, I promise, is the trickiest, and the rest is just all a bit mindless, which is really nice. Like, we like a mindless project. But I love how this looks. Again, because it's like slightly variegated with the white inside it. It does look so nice. Again, coming out really blue on here, it's not. It's like a tealy green. Oh, vehicles reversing down my street, just what I want when I'm filming a video. Oh, come on. I got distracted, look. Now we're going to take that out and start again. Ah, get out. Exit, exit, exit. There we go. Let's get that out. Right, into the gap there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this would be the perfect project to get rid of some yarn that you've bought and you weren't quite sure what to do with. Even if you made like a little braided placemat out of these, that would work really well. So the next one, miss one, bear one for the treble, and then we're going in with the puff. I just had to stop because there was a delivery driver. Right. Again, where was I got to? That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, 5, 6. If you didn't know how I was counting then, you do little groups of 2, so you should be able to work it out. Also, not the end of the world if you don't know. Between 4 and 5 or 6 and 5, there's really not going to be masses of difference. Right, treble into that one, and then on the way back we're just pretty much doing the same thing, but it's a little bit easier on the way back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2 into that one. And then we're going into that gap there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grab a piece, pull it all the way through, and then chain off. Right, what we're going to do now is at the end of the row, you are going to do 1 chain, well, not even a chain, you're going to do a double crochet into the base of your stitch there, and that is to level it out. Trust me, trust the process. This will sort itself out in a minute, I promise. You've done your double crochet here, flip your work, and you're going to treble crochet into the gap between the 2. Okay, so you're going to treble crochet here, and then you're going to work for this first one between here. So you're going to do your puff in that gap there between your double crochet and your treble crochet, that one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull it through, do your jobby. Right, now you're going to treble crochet into this one, and then you're going to puff into this previous one. So where you put your treble crochet before, you're going to puff there now. So you're going to puff into there between those first 2 puff stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Through, jobby's on. Right, then you're going to skip this one. You're going to put your treble into the next. So you're going to treble over to here, and then you're going to puff in the previous. You're going to puff in the one after, just there. 1, 2, 3. Here I am. 4, 5, 6. Pull it through. Chain to close it. So we're going to miss this one. We're going to treble into the next. So you're trebling into the next one. You're puffing in the previous. So where your treble's gone, you're puffing in the previous. And this is what makes it braid. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what makes it start to braid, look. So we're skipping this one, we're putting a treble in the next chain space. And then you're putting a puff in the previous. So your puff is going there. It's really hard to show you because it keeps flipping over as I'm working. 3, 4, 5, 6, pull all the way through, chain to close. Skip this one, treble into the next one. And can you see how it's starting to pull it straight again now? I know you're going to be worried about it like eking off to the side like that, but where you're now pulling the braids over, it will start straightening it out. See, you might find in this first row that you, rather than trebles, you prefer to do half trebles, just so maybe it's a little bit tighter. But again, once this is together, I don't think you're going to notice it. Into the puff. So we've done that into that puff space, this puff space. We're going to do another puff in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And like I said, once you get into the rhythm of this, it is nice and mindless. Skip that one, that side of the puff. I'm going to do a treble. And then you're going into the previous press space. I hope that was making sense. We're going in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see how it's coming? It's coming. And actually it's beautiful both sides. It's a nice double-sided. So there's no front or back on this one because you're going towards side to side. It is really nice, both sides. And it's quite chunky. I was going to do a cushion cover out of this, and then I realised how like weighty this would be. I think it would be really nice in a 4-ply because of the drape. But saying that, it's definitely very substantial. So if you, I wouldn't recommend it. Well, maybe I would recommend it for a cardigan. Again, just very hungry though. So you'd have to be really happy with the amount of yarn you've got. So we're nearly at the penultimate one, which is slightly different on the ends of the rows, but you got it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close. Now on the end, you are going into the gap here, this side. You're going to go in there, and you're going to go back into the puff as we've done before. There's the gap in before to that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close. Right, give yourself a little bit of a pull around. Give yourself a little bit of a zhuzh, a little bit of a straighten. As this goes, it will rotate. These will fall into line. So the gaps don't look as scary now. To start a new row, again, just as we did before in that first row, that's looking really loosey-goosey there, isn't it? Right, you're going to do a double crochet into the end, just like that. Then you are going to treble into the gap. And for this first one, you're going into the gap you've just made here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the rest then just follow along as usual. So you hop into the next chain space with your treble, you go back into that one. 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're right next to each other. Yeah, on the end. Hoping that makes sense. And then you hop in to the other side of the next puff. So leave that chain space into that chain space, and you do the same again the whole way along. The whole way along, you hop into the chain space before. I say chain space, I probably mean puff space, don't I? And you do that the whole way along, and that's it, guys. That's it. It just braids up. Hope that's been helpful. And then over time, you can see the edges, they just start to overlap where you're doing that first into itself, you know, and by the double crochet. And it comes out like this if you keep going. So I hope you liked that, guys. I'm really in love with this stitch. It's a little bit of a just mental release, really. I will link all the yarns below, and yeah, see you in the next one.